Welcome to this Blackpool Music School video all about the bass guitar. In this video I am using an acoustic fretless bass, but indeed a fretted bass, electric or acoustic, any is fine for this lesson. As long as we are tuned E, A, D, G, that's all you need. E, the string nearest your chin, going down A, D, G. So let's get started. To get the most from this, you'll have need to see in the previous video about the major scale, but I will give a quick recap here. The major scale, we'll stay in the key of G for this one. G, 3rd fret of the E string, then 5th fret of the E string, that's the echo string. On the alpha string, 2, 3, 5. On the delta string, 2, 4, 5. If you play it backwards, a very well known Christmas song. So you may say, why should I learn this scale? Well, if you're going to play arpeggios and work with musicians, this is quite useful as a bass player. If somebody was playing a G chord, you can play any note really in that G scale, any are fine. But more than likely you'll be playing the root, that's the 3rd fret because we're in the key of G, the 3rd. So these are counted up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is the G major scale, and they're the numbers. So you could play an arpeggio 1, 3, 5, 3. That is the root, the 3rd and the 5th note in the scale of G, which is what a keyboard player or guitarist will be playing when they are playing a G chord. They'll be playing that note and that note, but all together. We're playing them individually. So if somebody was, say, gave me the 12-bar blues in the key of G, I would know G, then C, then back to G, then D. I went G, I went D, C, G there. But notice it was the same pattern. The root, the 3rd and the 5th. Notice the way the fingers fall. The 3rd is 1 fret back towards the headstock from the root and 1 string down. And the 5th note of the scale is always 2 frets along from the root towards this hand, your plucking hand, and 1 string down. So it's always root, 3rd, 5th. So the root is the note, is the name of the chord you're in. We're in a G chord here. They won't sell many ice creams going that speed. Let me know below if you remember the TV show that came from. So the root is the chord you're playing. So it's a G chord, you're playing a G root. G. The 3rd of that chord, the 3rd note in the scale, is always 1 fret towards the headstock and 1 string down. And the 5th is always 2 frets along towards this hand on the string and then 1 string down. And that's a nice walking type bass line in the key of G. If you were to do a C chord, the root of C is the 3rd fret of the A string. To find the 3rd in that scale, you go back 1 fret towards the headstock and 1 string down. To find the 5th, back to the root, 2 frets along, 1 string down there, and that's your 5th. We'll drop it down 1 more string again. That's your root there. At the 3rd fret of the D string, to find the 3rd, it's 1 fret back, 1 string down. To find the 5th, back to the root, 2 frets along, 1 string down there. And that's how you do it. You can play it anywhere. We'll do one, let me see, B flat. So that's the 6th fret of the E string. That's the root, B flat. To find the 3rd, 1 fret back, 1 string down. Again, to find the 3rd from the root, 1 fret back, 1 string down. To find the 5th, 2 frets along from the root, 1 string down. And that's how you can use the scale to make walking bass lines. So if I was playing a 12 bar blues in the key of G, all I did there was root, third and fifths, but I didn't remember where my fingers went or the note. I am just remembering that shape. The root is there. One fret back towards the headstock and one string down is always your third. The root is there, 2 frets along, 1 string down. That's always your fifth. Now we're talking major chords here, not minor. But that's the type of lesson, that's the type of lesson you can do on a major chord. If you were playing a minor and you didn't know what to play, I'll do that in another video, but you can just stick to root and fifths if it came to a minor chord. So the root is whatever note you're playing here, in that case a G. The fifth is always 2 frets along towards this hand, 1 string down. Root, fifth, root, fifth, root, fifth. And that's how you can use the major scale to play some basic walking bass lines on the bass guitar. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Blackpool Music School. The more thumbs up we get and the more subscribers we get, the more videos we will post. So until next time, take care, keep practicing, keep playing, and as always, goodbye.